Welcome to the Author's Corner Review, brought to you by KNEO Radio 91.7 FM. I'm Roberta Foster, and today I'm going to be sharing some children's books with you. And our first book is called Mommy, Why Don't We Celebrate Halloween?, written by Linda Haken Winwood. Children ask the toughest questions, and parents want to give them the best answers. Many parents wonder if they should allow their children to participate in Halloween traditions. As a Christian parent, it can be difficult to keep your children home on Halloween, especially while the other kids are outside going door to door and trick-or-treating. Written in story form, families will gain insight into the historical roots of this day. Parents will be equipped through simple biblical truth to answer those tough questions that children have about Halloween. Colorfully illustrated, this children's book gives both parents and their children a clear biblical understanding of the dangers that can come from celebrating Halloween. And the book is written by Linda Haken Winwood and published by Destiny Image. Next is the book What to Do with Your Whirly Swirly Thoughts. Author is Jenny Allen and illustrated by Nadia Gunawan. God made you the boss of your brain. As a mother of 4 and the New York Times best-selling author of Get Out of Your Head, Jenny Allen knows what it's like to get stuck in a swirl of negative thoughts. But along her journey, she discovered a way out. You can decide what stays in your head. This fun and important message will help your kids realize that they don't have to hang on to every scary, anxious, or mean thought that enters their heads. In fact, God will help them focus on what is good and true. Give your children the tools they need to combat negative thought patterns and help them form one of the most foundational skills for a happy, healthy life. Jenny Allen is a Bible teacher and author and the visionary behind If Gathering and Gather 25, a 25-hour global prayer gathering. Jenny is a passionate leader following God's call on her life to catalyze a generation to live what they believe. Jenny is the New York Times bestselling author of Untangle Your Emotions, Find Your People, and Get Out of Your Head. Jenny has a master's degree in biblical studies from Dallas Theological Seminary and lives in Dallas, Texas with her husband and their 4 children. And that's What to Do with Your Whirly Swirly Thoughts by Jenny Allen and published by Tommy Nelson, an imprint of Thomas Nelson. Next is the book God Loves Kids, a gospel-centered book about foster care, written by Jamie C. Finn and illustrated by Juliana Oakley. As an experienced foster parent and founder of Foster the Family, a national nonprofit that serves thousands of foster and adopted families around the country, best-selling author Jamie C. Finn is no stranger to the complexities of foster care. Penning her first children's book, God Loves Kids, Finn provides a valuable resource for adults navigating the foster care process with the kids in their care. With compassion and sensitivity, Finn presents a gospel-centered perspective of foster care in a way that kids ages 4 through 8 can understand, and shares God's heart for families to be brought back together in healing. This beautifully illustrated, trauma-informed children's book equips parents, caregivers, and educators to help little kids navigate the big emotions and questions surrounding foster care with hopeful encouragement, biblical truth, and compassionate storytelling. Jamie C. Finn is the author of Foster the Family and Filled. She's also the founder and president of Foster the Family, a national nonprofit that serves vulnerable children and the families welcoming them, as well as the founder of the Filled Gathering, the largest gathering of foster and adoptive moms in the world. She shares about the real life of a foster and adoptive mom on her popular social media accounts and is a sought-after speaker. And Jamie is the mother of 7 children through foster care, adoption, and birth. She lives in New Jersey with her husband, Alan. And you can find out more about her on Facebook at Foster the Family Blog. The next book is The Good for Nothing Puddle, Finding Hope When You're Stuck in Sadness. It's written by Jana Jackson, illustrated by Abby Yartos, and published by Zonder Kids. Introducing a touching new picture book, The Good for Nothing Puddle, written by Jana Jackson and illustrated by Abby Yartos, is a picture book for kids ages 4 through 8 that tackles the challenging subject of grief with grace, warmth, and hope. Aimed at families and young children who have experienced loss, this book serves as a comforting companion on the path to healing. The Good for Nothing Puddle follows the story of a young girl who finds herself followed by a persistent puddle of tears after losing something precious. Through encounters with a puppy, a farmer, and an artist, the girl discovers that her good-for-nothing puddle might hold more value than she imagined. This powerful metaphor guides children and adults through the complexities of grief, offering a narrative that embraces both sorrow and joy. Endorsed by a Christian counselor specializing in child therapy, The Good for Nothing Puddle is more than just a story. It's an invitation for families to explore emotions together. The book is filled with vibrant illustrations that capture the essence of its heartfelt message, making it an ideal choice for family reading time, therapists and other mental health professionals, preschools, Sunday school classes, and church libraries. The book encourages children to express their emotions, reassuring them that feeling upset, angry, or confused is natural. It also teaches them that while pain can be overwhelming, it won't last forever. Instead, it can lead to growth and new beginnings. The Good for Nothing Puddle provides an invaluable resource for anyone who is guiding a child through challenging times. Jana Jackson is a writer and Upstreet production director for North Point Ministries. She creates content and environments that inspire children to develop a faith of their own. She lives on the Chattahoochee River just outside Atlanta, Georgia, and The Good for Nothing Puddle is her first book. Abby Yartos is an illustrator and designer with over 2 decades of experience. She currently leads an environment and experience design studio, as well as serving as creative director for a Southeast-based content creation company. And Good for Nothing Puddle is her first book. And so the book is called The Good for Nothing Puddle, Finding Hope When You're Stuck in Sadness, written by Jana Jackson and published by Zonder Kids. So recapping the books that I've shared with you today, The Good for Nothing Puddle by Jana Jackson, published by Zonder Kids. God Loves Kids, a gospel-centered book about foster care, written by Jamie C. Finn and published by Baker Books, a division of Baker Publishing Group. What to Do with Your Whirly Swirly Thoughts, written by Jenny Allen, published by Tommy Nelson. And the first book, Mommy, Why Don't We Celebrate Halloween, written by Linda Haken Winwood and published by Destiny Image. If you'd like more information about any of these books, we encourage you to visit the publisher's website. This has been Roberta Foster with your Author's Corner Review. Join me again next time on KNEO 91.7 FM, The Word.